doing anything for India-Bangladesh relations is a political negative in Bangladesh. And right at this moment, it is more a political negative. And on top of that, the grip of China has enhanced like anything. I heard is the right or wrong, I don't know, that they even are taking stakes in media. Okay. Bangladeshi media. So all put together, how do you see this, so there is a lot of discussion going on in Bangladesh that Hasina is tilting to India. How do you look at this allegation? And how do you think she is managing the domestic and the international politics?
The fact that, her first international visit was to India, the fact that she's, been able to quite officially state the fact that the TISA project is something that she's examining with India. And while I don't think Bangladesh government ever talked about China being part of the TISA project, but the media houses are full of that. And we've heard about the project detailing from the media itself, and the government hadn't spoken. But at the same time, she really has to walk a very fine line because a large part of her ministers, her MPs are extremely pro-constituency of China there. And that's something she cannot ignore. And I do believe that she thinks that India really is her steadfast friend and partner here. And, of course, and the point that you mentioned about the economy, really, nosedive situation even today, she does expect that India would bail her out. I think there are no two ways about that. She would expect India to be more forthcoming on that, and I'm sure that would be the case. But at the same time, and in the last couple of years, if you notice, China's funds to in Bangladesh hasn't been that many. The projects have been the TISTA, the Podda railway project is on, and several other project is on. But in terms of the BRI projects, the funds have been actually very, very marginal. But at the same time, and I think the TISTA was exactly at the point that Ambassador Chakravarty mentioned, that China has a tendency, and the entire play in South Asia is about marginalizing India's influence in South Asia. And Bangladesh, of course, is a strong player in that case. But at the same time, there are several other aspects, and that is, we can't even compare. And as Bangladesh has shown in the past and present, I think they will continue to keep India on one side and Bangladesh on the other, China on the other. I mean, I think Sheikh Hasina government is extremely sensitive to India's security concerns. We've seen that from the day one. And that's not going to change as long as Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is there. I mean, that's for sure. But at the same time, there's many other projects. We've seen that we've not been able to do a lot of other infrastructure projects where they've jumped in. But at the same time, a lot of ports and other issues they wanted, which Bangladesh didn't give. So I think Bangladesh has done an extremely good way of managing both her two very, very strong partners. And that's not going to change. I do feel that pro-China constituency is getting stronger in Bangladesh, and she will have to actually work around that. How much she's wants to work with India, there are limitations about that, and she will continue to have that pressure domestically on her about reaching out to China much more.